1,000-pound sisters star Chris Combs is living his best life in 2025 amid drama with Tammy Slaton, who may decide to leave Kentucky, and at a convention at Bowling Green, Kentucky's Corvette Museum, he showed off the body transformation he's worked so hard to achieve. Chris looked relaxed and happy at the event, and his loyal wife, Brittany Combs, was at his side. She looks very fit as well. The couple sat together at a table where Chris autographed photographs for fans. Chris looked remarkably lean and chiseled. Chris and Brittany are happily married. They are always in tune, bringing out the best in each other. Brittany is a very traditional person who shares Chris's strong Christian values. Together, they've changed their bodies and expanded their horizons, becoming bigger stars as their love story is so old school and intriguing. In fact, thanks to Tammy Slaton's feud with Amanda Halterman and her general frustration with life in Kentucky, there's a chance that Chris and Brittany could become the series' main stars. However, Amy Slaton and Amanda Halterman could also emerge as primary cast members. Chris looked great during his convention appearance, where he wore a red shirt and baseball cap. He's always had pretty good taste in clothes, looking more pulled together than some of his co-stars. However, his fashion sense is very traditional and all-American. The outfit he chose for the convention is flattering, as the bright color he wore livened up his complexion. Brittany chose a modest dress with a green pattern. She wore a hairband to keep her long hair looking tidy. While her ultra-traditional attire has gotten attention for the wrong reasons, Brittany wears modest clothing and keeps her hair very long due to her Christian values. Unconcerned with embracing modern style, Chris's wife seems very comfortable with her marriage and herself. On the show, Chris is often the voice of reason, but occasionally he's a little too judgmental. For example, when Amy was living with untreated mental illness on the series and crying a lot, Chris chastised her. He felt that she should pull herself together, perhaps not fully understanding what she was going through. That made Amy feel worse. What she really needed was to talk to a doctor and to be surrounded by people who love her unconditionally. Chris does love his sisters and the rest of his family. He always tries to help and means well. However, now and then, he may be a little too rigid in terms of how he expresses himself. However, when it comes to his grandchildren and Brittany, he's very soft and sweet. In fact, while posing with his grandkids last Easter with everyone dressed up, Chris looked so proud and loving. He adores his family. Although he and Brittany didn't welcome children together. Chris has 2 children from a previous marriage. Overall, he's got a solid support system that's very important to him. His family keeps him strong, and living a long life so he can be with them was his primary motivation for embarking on his weight loss journey. Chris's father died fairly young, and that special man lived with obesity, so Chris wants to focus on longevity through better health. To really maximize the benefits of weight loss, Chris opted for skin removal surgery at the end of season 6. In fact, he's the only family member who's qualified for that procedure. Skin tightening can be uncomfortable. Sometimes more than one operation is required, and recovery isn't exactly a cakewalk. Chris bravely got the procedure and he looks fantastic. Amy and Tammy may follow suit. 1,000-pound sisters star Chris Combs is enjoying a good life in a body that probably feels brand new. He's glowing and fit and branching out with meet and greets that put him up close and personal with fans. It's nice to see him doing well, and hopefully he'll get more screen time in an upcoming season of the popular series.